comprehensively, let's work on making your gut better. Essentially, the core technology of all these tests remains the same. The kit also remains the same. You develop an understanding of your microbiome and you are able to relate. Computation scientists work on this output through algorithms and then they are able to compile the report. Imagine in the future, everybody's toilet seat has a reader installed in it and it tells you your microbiome every day. Essentially, the core technology of all these tests remains the same. The kit also remains the same. What's different though is the first package is called the essential package. The essential package is two kinds of use cases. One would be where somebody is curious and wants to know how their gut is doing, but they don't want to commit right now to making changes to their health, lifestyle. They're just interested in knowing. And we've made it open enough that, okay, if you want to just learn, feel free to take the test and we'll give this information to you. The second use case for essential would be somebody who's doing a follow-up test where they've taken a test before, they've made the changes, they just want to learn how do these changes work out for me. Have I made improvement? What are my indicators now versus what they were earlier? So that's about essential. The second package that we have is called premium. Premium, in addition to what we offer in essential, also includes 2 sessions, one with a gut coach and the other session with a nutritionist included with your test.
Okay.
Essentially, what the gut coach would do, as I was explaining earlier, the different categories of microbes that come in the report, the gut coach would give information what are all the different microbes present in a person's gut and what are the roles that they are playing and how does that correlate to their life or lifestyle. So it's like you develop an understanding of your microbiome and you are able to relate to it. You are able to say, yes, these are all my microbes in my gut and I know now what they are doing there. So it gives you information about being able to say, okay, this is my habits, this is what I'm doing, and because of these I have this microbiome. And the second session that comes along with,
so that means the gut coach explains the report.
Absolutely.
And what does the nutritionist do?
And nutritionist does the next part where they give you the tools for intervention to make improvement in the areas where you need improvement. So it's not necessary that everyone is going to get the same sort of diet or same approach, but basis on the areas that a person needs the improvement, the nutritionist will be able to point out and say, you should change these habits, you should introduce these foods, you should make these lifestyle changes. Comprehensively, let's work on making your gut better. And this works in tandem, so it's not in isolation. Nutritionist doesn't just show up and one day and say, okay, now let me just prescribe something. They actually go in depth in the report, they sit with our scientists, they understand, and then they prescribe. So what we call personalized recommendation, that's essentially what this is, the second part. And the third package is where we've introduced an express version where your results come much faster, and essentially the third package is faster version of the
second package.
Yeah. So,
and how does that work?
So
faster version, express version.
Yeah.
So
I mean, one of the the things that we learned from talking to so many people is they want to be able to make these changes soon. And a test like this and a technology like this is not something that you just feed information to an instrument and you get the output. It doesn't work like that. It requires what we have as the output coming from the machine with algorithms that we have built. We have to run that whole thing.
So the scientists work on the output by the machine?
Yes, absolutely. Scientists, particularly computation scientists, work on this output through algorithms and then they are able to compile the report. And this process is an integrated process that becomes the report. So this process takes time and our endeavor is to shorten this time. Eventually we want to aim for this being like any normal report where you would get the result really quick, maybe in a few days itself, and not wait longer.
How does that work? Why does it take shorter time for some, and if you can work it on an express way, then why not for everybody in an express way?
That's interesting, and this is, I think, more from a commercial perspective, I would say. But I think also, we have to respect technology, right? Technology like this is not something which is a ready instrument which gives an output where you feed it and you get the output. There is a knowledge component which is vast, which sits as a layer on this output. And for us, the endeavor is how we can compress that portion as well, not just the instrument part. So in future, perhaps we'll have an integrated way of offering where it would be just seamless, and we, as I said, hopefully we just get instant results, maybe like instant noodles. We might get
Oh my God, that sounds a little.
sorry.
No,
But
no
let me just fast forward a little bit here. Imagine in the future, everybody's toilet seat has a reader installed in it, and it tells you your microbiome every day, right? And you'd have a lot of information.
2050,
Maybe not, that might come sooner. That might come sooner.
not 2050,
No,
earlier,
maybe
2030.
probably that, or even sooner than that. So
Okay.
that's the pace of technology, and I'm just giving you a fast forwarded example.
Yeah,
But
actually quite possible, because right now in some parts of the world we do have heated toilet seats
I mean, you have
and
this
auto
computerized.
flushes and everything. Yeah, of course, yes.
So imagine feeding that with information around what happened.
But it is
Yeah.
so interesting that you have these computerized toilet seats,
Yeah.
and still at a castle in Dundee, I saw totally the old-fashioned toilet seat that the king of Scotland used to sit on. So we are living in both the worlds.